Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. I know I'm a day late. I'm sorry. And then I'm also sorry that I missed the last 3 days. But the good news is we are still going strong. And yeah, just spent tons of time with family the last 3 days. Christmas party after Christmas party after Christmas party. Just hanging out, rest, peace, family, all good things. And I'm usually not one for long periods of rest, but as far as I'm concerned, that season is over. Took a 3-day hiatus of just kind of chilling, relaxing, eating cookies and brownies and chips and dinner and lunch and dinner twice a day. Yeah, so we kind of let ourselves go, but not too much. Our standards never went over maybe 3 missed per day, just like TV and stuff like that I usually don't spend time doing. But with family, in that context, I was like, all right, this isn't the end of the world. We're going to be spending time with family all day today. We're going to be good. Still made our calls most of the time, but I was slacking on the videos because I really wasn't ever driving by myself ever. I was riding with people, to here, to there, grandparents, other grandparents, you know how it goes. So, really good season here. Absolutely love Christmas time. It's Mental Freedom Day 7. Feeling pretty solid. And then, yeah, Covenant Eyes is doing what it's supposed to. I, edited these photos of some of my family members and, did this really bad Photoshop thing. And I made these, coupons for them. And it was, really comical. And, I would Photoshop my face and their face onto something. And, basically saying, this is good for one trip to a coffee shop, for my sister. And I was going to pay for everything. And I figured that'd be good. Spending time with family again. Spending time with my sister. I'm buying her Starbucks or whatever, wherever she wants to go. Yeah, so thought it was funny. Thought it was all good. And then when I checked my Covenant Eyes the other day, because it tells you kind of an early activity report if you want to look at one, just on how you're doing, if anything got triggered, if anything tripped the sensor, if you will, for whatever the restriction is set at. And I actually tripped one apparently when I was going through Google Images. Apparently one of the images that I don't even remember, honestly, had tripped that as a mature website. So I don't think the activity has sent that to my accountability partners yet. But first of all, I didn't see it, or B, I didn't notice it. I don't know. Or C, it was a part of a website that was bad, but the picture itself wasn't that bad. But anyway, bottom line is that I am excited that it is doing its job. I didn't see anything bad. That's my guess is it was the last one. It was an image taken from a bad website, but the image itself wasn't technically mature. I'm just glad it's doing its job. It set up the red flag. Hopefully, at least maybe 1 or 2 of the 3 of my accountability partners sees that and says, "Hey, Caleb, what is this?" And then I'll be able to explain that. But I'm glad because if I were to potentially look at something that actually was mature and I was actually seeking that out, it is going to flag me and it is going to say exactly where I went, what the website was, and that immediately gets sent to those 3 people at the end of the week. Not immediately, sorry, I take that back. But that gets sent to them, and I really don't want to let any of those people down, like I talked about. So, yeah, glad that that's doing its job. We're doing fantastic. It's actually its own internet browser on your phone, which is really nice. And then on the computer, it just acts as a super filter, basically. And then one final interesting piece here, guys. The last time I relapsed, it was very different. It was very different than any other time that I've ever relapsed in the last probably 6 years. And I'll tell you why. So, as I went to relapse, I know this is weird as I'm saying this because it was weird. It was very different than any other time. I was thinking, let's get this over with. Which I've sort of had that thought before, but let's get this over with always had seemed to turn into at least about 45 minutes, upwards of 2 hours of just a binge. It's usually late at night after midnight. Again, my sleep schedule gets botched. I feel terrible the next day. It's just all bad news. And then it's like 2, 3 in the morning. Not good. But this time I was like, let's get this over with. And it was kind of an excuse. Obviously, it's always an excuse. But an excuse as to, alright, this is going to be the last time I'll be able to do this without it being tracked, if you will, which is just the stupidest thing. I never actually explicitly said any of these things aloud, but I knew in the back of my mind that was my reasoning, because I knew for a fact that I was going to get covered in eyes the very next day. And I know, like, it's stupid, you're procrastinating, you're hurting yourself, all these lists of things. But I said, let's get this over with. I watched a single video, a short one. I got it over with within like 3-4 minutes. And then I deleted everything. I was like, that was it. Goodbye. See ya. And it wasn't a let's get this over with that developed, and there were multiple tabs and multiple videos and just bad news. But it was a let's get this over with. One video, not even the full video. Delete everything. Done. See ya. Goodbye. And rather than feeling like absolutely messed up, I had this very strange sort of peace about me. And I was like, well, that was it. That was the end. And obviously, I'm only at day 7 here, guys. But I just wanted to say that aloud because it was a very different experience. And I'm not by any means advocating for, if you just watch one video, totally fine, no big deal. You can just watch one a night, 4 minutes. It's not hurting you. It is hurting you. But I wanted to let you know because it really, really felt like I was saying goodbye. Like, that was it. And, my maybe 2 temptations that have came in the past week, when thoughts would arise, and I'd be like, well, I could, and ... I would immediately say, are you kidding me? That would send that to my dad. That would send that to my youth group leader. That would send that to my sponsor at my 12-step group. I don't want them seeing that. Are you kidding me? And it immediately shut it down. So, obviously, temptation can grow stronger if you go longer periods, but it also can grow weaker as you give it less time in your prefrontal cortex at the front of your brain and your thoughts. So, this holiday season, I would say the greatest, number one gift that you could possibly give yourself is complete mental freedom. Peace of mind. Rekindling your purpose, your drive, your passion, everything that makes you you. Getting rid of that lust that has disconnected yourself from yourself and refining who you are, why you're here, and what the heck you're doing. So, give yourself the gift of quitting forever. Say goodbye. Wrap it up and burn it. And I will see you guys at day 90. So, stay strong out there. Merry Christmas. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace.